I mean, he's phenomenal to watch. You would think, and this was sort of one of the big bullet points, if you will, on him when he first came out of the draft. Kid coming out of high school with that funky, crazy delivery. Is he going to be able to keep his mechanics in check? That was the big question surrounding him. And he does. He really does. He repeats his delivery. His mechanics generally don't get out of whack on him. Although I will say he made an adjustment this season, and very early on, as I recall. Uh, Highlights of him from out at Pirate City or from his high school days. You see his glove and his hand together, kind of far out away from his body as he does kind of the crazy leg kick and Madison Bumgarner arm slot. He actually started at one point sort of tucking his hands a little bit closer to his chest, and that was served as sort of a trigger within his delivery that helped him stay in line a little bit better.
Right.
And again, touching as we touched on earlier in the conversation, his ability to adjust and be coachable and to learn as he goes. But yeah, he was just exciting to watch in the way that he learned and adjusted, and the way he used his repertoire: sinker, slurve, slider, changeup. All four of those pitches are pretty intriguing to watch. That sinker is just so instrumental in ground ball outs, which he got a lot of, and that speaks highly to the fact they didn't allow a single home run. And as a 19-year-old in his first professional season, which you just don't see. You just don't see that. And yeah, so good command, good poise, and really above all, good makeup. He was always bright and positive presence in the clubhouse, gelled very well with everybody, was always really kind and accommodating to any media that wanted to talk to him over the phone or in person. Really solid guy. I'm just sky's the limit for him, along with a number of the other guys we've talked about tonight. He's just so much fun.
I'm really encouraged by you bringing up that he was able to add that slide step, because as Pirates fans, we've gone through a lot of these minor league pitchers that just have not been able to hold runners or make that adjustment. We watched Tyler Glasnow's a struggle with that. Garrett Cole never was able to learn the slide step. And doing that at the single A level, as well as you mentioned, the funky delivery, that's a big change, being able to add a slide step to that. So it's very encouraging.
Yeah. And from an outsider's perspective, you would think that this, this 18-year-old at the time, kid with just the weird, funky delivery, that he's going to be pigeonholed and very stuck in his ways, and you will not mess with it. Otherwise, you're going to mess him up and derail him. No, so far from the case.
I think it's worth noting, too, that, a lot of these guys come out of high school, and it's not that they've never pitched this many innings before, because they have. Like, they've pitched, these guys pitch all year round when they're kids. But, you probably haven't pitched as many high leverage, high impact innings as you do your first year of pro ball. So it was really encouraging for me to see just kind of how he finished. Like the last month of the year, month and a half, he was almost unhittable. I think he had one hit in his last start, 2 hits, 1 hit, 3 hit, and just dominated. He had 2 outings, sprinkled in there too, where, he came out of the bullpen, but went 4 innings with no hits given up. Like, just a special talent. And like I said, I said it when I brought him up. I don't think you could have. I don't know if there was anything more he could have done this year to be more impressive.
Yeah. And he's a guy also who I would not count out for skipping a level. Yeah, I would not be the least bit shocked to see him start at Altoona next year.
Okay. That would be aggressive. I mean, I'd be all for it, but
man. And again, that's not to make any speculations. Player development will do what they'll do. I mean, if they were to send him to Greensboro, that wouldn't be disappointing. That wouldn't be conservative, I don't think, with a guy who's still 19, who's still young. Yeah, but definitely a guy who can advance up the ranks quickly, at least.